Hello there folks, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome back to the Neil Robertson Pro Career on Snooker 19. Today it is time for part 57 of Season 4 and the beginning of the semi-final of the BetVictor Scottish Open against the ace in the pack, Judd Trump, for a place in the final of potentially our third Home Nations event of the season. We are looking to complete the Home Nations sweep this year. We've won the English Open, we've won the Northern Ireland Open, and if we can win this match we might take one more step towards that. But it's going to be a very interesting match against Judd Trump today. We faced Mark Allen in the quarterfinals, and from memory, we beat him in a decider. It was a brilliant match. One of the best matches I've played for a long time, and it was really scrappy stuff, but we managed to come out on top. We played pretty well, and hopefully that will continue against one of the best players in game, which is Judd Trump. And as you can see from the matchup history, we have got a lot of history against Judd Trump, albeit quite a good history against Judd, apart from a blip in this year's semi-final of the Shanghai Masters where Judd Trump beat us 10-4. You can see all the way back to the start of Season 2, we've got a very strong record against Judd Trump, albeit we played him 6 times in Season 1 and he beat us 4 times. We've got a good record against Judd Trump, there's no question about that. We beat him in this tournament last year, in last year's final, 9 frames to 4 to win the Scottish Open, and we also beat him in the Season 1 event by 3 frames to 0. We went and won the event as well in Season 1. So this is definitely a favourite of mine, the Scottish Open. We've won it twice, and we're looking to do it 3 times in 4 years. And of course, to do that, we've got to go and beat the ace in the pack, Judd Trump. So today we'll show the first 4 frames up until the mid-session interval, and then on Monday we'll see who's the first to get to 6 frames and who's going to take the place in the final of this event. But it's been really good, particularly that quarter-final against Mark Allen. It was exceptional, that match, one of the best matches I've played for a long while. It was very much one of those that if you give your opponent a chance, they take it, and the pressure involved with that is huge. You can see both players being introduced to the crowd. Judd Trump coming out, world number 2, has had a very good run this year, won a lot of events, and of course we're not far behind him, to be honest. We've won the China Championship, won the English Open, won the Northern Ireland Open, 3 ranking events. I think Judd's probably won maybe 3 or 4 this season as well. So 2 of the best players on the tour at the moment coming up against each other for a place in the final of this event. I hope you guys are all good. I certainly am. It's Friday, so it's the weekend. It's worth getting excited about. And that shot's worth getting excited about. As an opener, that is not too bad at all. We get him snookered in behind the brown. And he's got out of it. He's got out of it pretty well. He hasn't left us a chance, which is a good shot from Judd. Don't expect much else. Now it's our job to try and get this cue ball safe, which is trickier than it might seem. Need enough pace, ideally, for this to go in behind the green. Yeah, and it's done just that, and we've got him back in the snooker. Is he going to be able to get out of this one and not leave a chance? He's not.
He's navigated his way out of the snooker, but he hasn't left the cue ball safe.
He certainly hasn't left the cue ball safe, and this is a good chance for us to get in frame number 1. With an opening pot. And the red's there.
1.
Always tricky, these chances, when there's not too much on.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket. No issues.
Good
there.
pot on the pink.
Wonderful pot, outstanding.
Where's the cue ball going to end up? It's okay. We didn't really want it to get past the blue. That's why we played with top spin. If we played with backspin, we wouldn't be able to get the pace on the cue ball to pot both the pink and get the position on the red.
8.
This isn't going to be an easy break by any stretch. But we'll try and make the most of it. And if we need to play a safety shot, then we probably will.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this on.
But the big players don't tend to give you chances easily, so this is one that we're going to have to work to perfect, make the most of. Wonder hit that one slightly. That makes position just that little bit harder for the next one. Now, I don't know if we're on the red from here. If not, we can play a good safety.
19.
Yep, we are on the red, but it's got to be a pretty ambitious shot. Got to play it with some pace to try and get out of there and give ourselves a
Well, it goes. Half a
fighting chance on a colour.
Brilliant pot.
And the red's there, and I didn't think that it would get out that easily. There was certainly a gap, no question about it, between the reds, the pack of reds, and the
20.
and the black, but I just didn't think we could execute it, so
The long pot's
we almost
on.
played that a
He's
bit
going
too
for
hard. Made too much of an allowance. Doesn't really matter though, we can play the blue and get back on a red.
Really good.
25.
With the black not in play, it just makes it that little bit harder.
26.
He's lining this one up to the middle pocket. What a top shot that is.
Quality
But little by little, we're getting there.
32.
It might be worth just trying to
I can't see any
get a few reds open here.
good split.
And that's a good, decent split. The pink's not in a bad position for a pot either. Bit of a long one, but hopefully it should be okay.
This is no gimme.
No gimme, but it should be alright. And it's there, good pot.
Top shot. Outstanding potting.
Just gives us a few more options. It was getting a bit wary.
Superb.
And this red just about goes to the black pocket.
He's playing for the right corner here. What a top pot that was.
And from a chance that you have to say wasn't very large, we're not making a bad job of this. Break of 40 already. Looking to make that over 50 with the next few shots. Could do with this just coming off the cushion.
Not really the level of control he was after.
Could have done with a bit more there.
A little.
Lost it a little, but because of how straight the shot is, can play that fairly nicely for the blue. No problem with that.
46.
We need to probably play this to the middle pocket. I'm just mindful of how tight the angle's going to be. So this needs to get to the middle.
51.
That's okay. Now this red should just about go past the black.
52.
Hopefully it's a shot I've judged, but unfortunately we haven't really got the angle on the pink to execute that, so probably going to need to move a few things here and hope for the best. That red is going to be okay, it's going to come and save us. Might be a possibility to put this one to the middle actually. It is a risk, sure, but I think it's worth taking.
He fancies this red.
And it's there, good pot. Good pot.
59.
Not on the pink there, but no problem. Just opens up a few more opportunities potting that red that we did.
Be a real test of his cueing. Really aggressive.
This has been a good opening frame. Really has. We haven't missed too much. It's been a bit awkward. Sure, we've had to navigate around the table. Not having that black in play has really harmed us.
This red required.
But that red there should, barring snookers of course,
That effectively shuts out his opponent in this
finish
frame.
the frame off.
65.
He's looking to drop this into the middle pocket.
Can we make an opening frame century? Let's see. Wouldn't be a bad way to start this semi-final.
71. $72.
He's an expert long potter and he's taking this on. Great shot.
77.
Going for the bottom red here because that's the one that will go.
That's a good split. He's got a
Ah,
good
good,
shot here.
good stuff. Got the black out in the open now. And it's just a case of dropping that in, so maybe it won't lead to
He just wants to
it being as
swap
open as I
something
thought it
in the
might have been. Just a case of dropping that one in.
Nicely done.
85.
This has been an excellent start. Playing really well.
86.
Going to be a bit of a squeeze to get the angle on the red here.
Lots of power on this shot.
It looks okay.
92.
Now I think this does pass. It's very close. I've left it till last, just to make sure. We'll soon find out. It's very tight. It does pass, and it's there. Excellent stuff.
Position looks good for a colour.
Not going to go for the black. The pink's the easier shot to get position for the next
middle
one.
pocket.
This would be a very good sizable break to get us started. Potential 1-2-6 on here. Which, when you're considering the break that we've only potted one
Just
black,
colours to go.
so effectively giving up 14 points automatically from there. That's pretty impressive.
Fantastic century.
101.
So we have made the ton. We've won the frame, so we can chill a bit now. We've made a good century, and it'd be even better if this is a total clearance. That would be a perfect way to stamp our authority on this match.
He's taking it on.
Haven't missed anything yet this frame, and that's encouraging.
108.
However, you can make a great start. You've got to back it up.
The long pot attempt.
You have got to back it
Fabulous
up.
effort. That's a great pot.
So 2 balls to go. We have missed this sort of pink before.
13.
Bit of a classic, really. And we're going, well, you know,
Well, it goes.
surely we can do it from here and then miss the pink. But not on this occasion. Firing on all cylinders. And the black will finish off a very good opening frame with a clearance of 126.
Brilliant.
126. And the first frame near Robertson.
That is the frame.
Then sure, you can say the ball did run for us a little bit in that frame.
Impressive snooker in that last frame.
Can't argue too much against that. However, we still had to pop the ball, still had to get the position. But poor old Judd has had 2 shots so far, and both of them have been nestled in right behind a colour. But he'll get his chance.
Well, he's aiming to get the cue ball safe here.
That's way too soft, by the way. We're usually too hard in playing the cue ball. Too much pace, but this time it's the opposite, so we make our first mistake. Judd Trump's got a chance.
Tip this into the right corner.
It's a good pot. However, I don't really think he's got the position, unfortunately.
He'll be
It was an
trying to get the
excellent
white
split.
behind the green ball here.
He needs a good safety or else we could be in here. And would you Adam and Eve it? That's exactly what he's got. So, I'll tell you something, it's going to be tricky here for us
Beautifully
to
judged.
Judd Trump, 1.
He really needs to be mindful of pace here. Doesn't want
Needs to be a good shot here for us not to leave Judd in. And we've just hit the jaw. That centre pocket.
Not really the result
But,
he was after.
well, we've given away a few points, but we're still safe.
Judd Trump,
He obviously fancied the safety more than anything. And I think with this sort of chance... I was just going to say, go for it. Tough pot, but maybe not. However, we're going to struggle to get out of here. There is a small gap. Be impressed if we can make this work. Yeah, we can. That's not a bad shot at all. The smallest of gaps, and we played it very well to get through. Let's see, can he find a way through to a pot? He can, which is a bit unfortunate. I think we played a good shot there, but the shot that Judd had played earlier was clearly more than enough to get him in. So, well deserved as a chance for Judd Trump. So let's see if he can fight back straight away. Bit like the Mark Allen match. Give a player a chance and they'll take it.
10.
We have exerted some dominance over Judd Trump in our last few games, but that's not to say that Judd's a very good player. He's had some off-colour days against us, particularly in the final of this event last year where we beat him 9-4. But then similarly, we had a very off-colour day in the Shanghai Masters this year where he beat us. It was 9 or 10-4. But I would, without trying to jinx Judd, I would say that he'll go and win this frame in one visit.
Pace is critical here.
20.
Usually an indicator when you're potting those balls like the blue that
26.
your Q arm looks pretty good. And he didn't have a chance in the previous frame to prove it. A little bit like us here, although we made the original misdemeanor, which could have been a lot worse, by the way, of splitting them all up. It was just a chance that Judd actually played a very good shot to pot his original red, but didn't get the position, which was really unfortunate given the way he split them up.
And this is a real opportunity.
39.
So we've had 10 minutes at the table. Give a chance for my bad back to rest. I have got a bad back today, unfortunately.
45.
I don't know, I'm 20 going on 60, aren't I? Obviously.
53. 54. 61. 62. 67. 68.
Well, I failed to say it a long time ago, but frames won here from Judd Trump. Both players have been clinical, have had a chance and taken it.
26.
And it's really welcome, this, because in the last few matches it's been really scrappy.
81.
This, I guess there's a time and a place for both types of snooker, but this is excellent stuff.
No real problem here.
Real quality.
82.
If you give your opponent a chance, he's going to take it. Looks like it's going to be 2 centuries back-to-back as well. One for each player.
89.
But luckily we're going to be able to trump what Judd scored. Pardon the pun. 1-2-6 for us. And it's only a chance for a 1-1-6 for Judd Trump.
94. 98.
But this blue puts him
103.
Level with us in terms of our centuries today. Can he make
109.
the final black? He can pot a brilliant pink and then the black. And that flat frame went blind a flash. A clearance of 116 from Judd Trump. And we're back, level pegging.
And the frame, Judd Trump.
Well played to take that frame.
So a very interesting start. No mucking about from either player.
Fascinating contest.
It's a fascinating contest. I agree with Dave Hendon.
Going into a final frame.
A bit early for that, Mr. Folds. But I'll tell you what, we played a brilliant break-off again. You're going to start getting annoyed at me. I've got him in another snooker. And is this a chance? It's certainly a half chance, at the very least. I'm going to go for this one into the middle pocket.
This isn't easy.
It's a good pot. Just gives some more flexibility being on the blue. But straight from the break-off shot, we got Judd in trouble. And we're in. Not much safety being played in any of the frames so far. That might change if we can't take this chance from this visit, but we'll see. Don't hit the blue when you hit the pick up the rest, Robbo.
Nicely onto the black.
It's happened plenty of times before to players. Just nice to welcome the black in, isn't it? To a frame.
Into the pocket.
Of course, in our first frame, we didn't have much chance to do much with it. So, bit of a Judd-esque shot here. How's this going to go for us? We'll soon know. It's not looking bad. It doesn't look bad.
22.
So this very much going in the same ilk as that Mark Allen match. Great snooker all round so far.
23.
I'm not liking that black. I thought that when I played it, you know, I thought, not too sure about that. I'll leave my opinions on this until I've played it. It's okay. We've got it right. That one could have gone oh so wrong, though. Very easily. And because of that, we've kind of very much disregarded the position, unfortunately. It's going to take us a few shots to recover that now.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket. Well,
that's a good pot. It's a good pot.
Simply wonderful.
31.
Get the bulk colour 12% a little bit.
This is a half chance. That's just
good stuff. Because we've run out of position slightly, we're going to need a few good shots now.
34.
We certainly have needed, and this will probably be the last good shot, and then hopefully we should be back on an even keel.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner. Beautiful.
Tell you what, that very nearly didn't drop.
Great technique, superb cueing.
35.
I don't like that one on the cushion. I know this is incredibly tight, but you think this one would just drop in.
Required here.
I had a bit of a sinking feeling then. I thought that one would have stayed out. It's amazing though, isn't it? When the reds are all open, these breaks seem so much quicker. I was talking about being back in position. I think that actually, if we stay on for the black, which we've hit this a bit harder than I wanted to, but no, it's still okay. We've got back on the black. And for the first time in a while, since losing position initially, we are back in position, but you wouldn't know it.
Nicely played.
56.
Three incredibly strong frames so far, as long as we can win this one in one visit. we know we won't be going in behind into the mid-session interval, which is always a bonus.
57.
Hopefully we can take advantage and make it 3-1. But again, that's not guaranteed either. So there's 5 reds left.
65.
68 left on the table. So this black will do it in this frame. But I'm not going to go for that because I don't like the position particularly. And we know we can pot the blue. It's a
he just needs the blue
bit of a
here.
double whammy really. I'm more confident in potting the blue and the position's better. And the blue's there, and barring snookers, that should be the frame.
Into this frame for his opponent now.
In one visit again.
70.
This is clinical snooker from both players. A great start made by both. And long may that continue.
Nice position on the black.
71.
Again, we might be forced into it, but no, we're okay. I don't fancy the black from there.
Long
All
pot.
about personal
Quite
preference. If
obvious
it's a shot you don't play very often, it tends to not go well. And if you're not confident going into a shot, then it can give you all sorts of problems. You know, you make maybe too much allowance for this or that, and just doesn't go well for you. I think we've underhit that one. We have. Doesn't really matter though. We've won the frame. Bit of a lapse in concentration. Luckily, we've done it when we've got a bit of a buffer that Judd won't come back to the table. If that was a decider and we ballsed it up, I'd have been crying by now. But a very good frame. Are we due a scrappy one? Let's see. But fascinating stuff. How high-paced and really aggressive this match has been so far. Style of snooker I like to play and watch.
That's a shocker.
But that isn't very good. I agree with Neil Folds there. Should have played that a bit harder.
Well, he's taking it on to the
Played some brilliant shots and we played a few stinkers today. And if it's anything like the previous 3 frames, this could be over very quickly. But this time, Judd going for a more conservative approach. He's actually snookered himself. I don't know if that's potentially a conservative approach or not. And that could be quite a big howler. Again, it's not much of a chance. Not going to leave much on if we miss this. But it's a half chance. And it's there.
Shot that is.
Seems everything we touch is turning to gold at the moment.
1.
But again, there wasn't a massive risk with that one.
6.
Doesn't want to overhit this.
7.
But much like Judd, I can't see us making too much out of this. So, I don't even think we play the colour. I just think that we try and get the cue ball safe. So this might be the scrappy frame that maybe Sylvia were crying out for. That pink was just got no
Well, he's a little fortunate there.
leverage there, really. We've getting anything from that. Apparently we were a bit fortunate. I don't really know about that. We weren't going to leave anything on, were we? Very thin nick off the pack there. We're going to back up to bulk. That's it, lovely. I'll have to play with some topspin here, which makes things just a bit more difficult. You can see he's overcooked that slightly. Not that it's particularly hurt him, it has to be said. So this is the last frame of the session. Been a very good one so far. This frame probably could be as long as the previous 3 put together.
Looks safe.
Because neither player's going to give too much up too quickly here. Just moving things around to make it a bit more hot, bit more complicated for Judd.
No more than half a chance here.
Well, what did I know? Doesn't make anything more complicated. Just gives him a half chance to go for a pot, and that was an excellent pot. So what can he make of this?
3.
I mean, that really is something out of nothing.
4.
It really is. Just shows both players are playing so well that we're taking on half chances. They're going well.
11.
But this is a big shot. Don't think the black will go back on its spot here. If it does, then it's end of break. Yep, he's going for the red. Trying to open 1 or 2 up. And the black goes onto the brown spot. So let's see how he gets on here. You can't play that classic split whereby he plays the black and then goes into the reds with backspin, which we did in the previous frame. He can do this though. Blue into the pack, which interestingly he hasn't gone for.
23.
So he's going to try and play this one on the bottom of the pack. Is he? No, he's not. He's just going to play safe.
Judd trump 23.
Which I don't particularly blame him for that. Have we missed the red? Please say we haven't.
That's a poor foul, really.
Yeah, we
shot.
did. But I'll tell you something. If we hit that sort of trajectory again, but a bit harder, we're going to get in right behind the green. So we've just nudged the red. This looks like it's got a good line. Has it got the length? I think it has. And there was some big hints of that with the first shot we played. So I'm surprised Judd plumped for what he did. But he did. And, well, this could be a chance for us. So definitely the most scrappy frame by far that we've seen so far in this match.
1.
This is going to be very tricky to win the frame in this visit, but we'll endeavour to take a chance. I was expecting a lot more out of that.
6.
It's probably... I think that one's probably worth a punt. Trying to avoid everything else, of course, while we're at it.
Tricky pot coming up.
Tricky shot, definitely. Avoid the pack. We have done. Oh, but we've had a really nasty contact. We've hit the jaw.
Neil
And
Robertson, 6.
that shot may be a bit ill-advised.
1.
Is he going to go for it now? Is he going to go? Maybe not. Maybe not.
4.
Is he going to get over the line in this visit?
5.
Oh. Very, very lucky the yellow didn't go in there. Needs a good safety now, and
Judd
that...
trump 10.
Well, more than a kiss, more like a tonsillectomy on the green has not helped him, and this red, would you believe it doesn't go? Judd Trump has got away with that one. My goodness, he has. Actually played a very good safety now there, funnily enough. How do we navigate this? Down hit the blue. That's it. As far up the table as we can go. That will do me. Is he snookered here?
That looks very safe to me.
Yep, it's safe. How tense is this? Oh, he's not going to get away with that one. He's not going to get away with that. What a change. Lethal snooker beforehand. Now, neither of us could seem to pot a ball, but this, by far the best chance of the frame yet. And the way that Judd has been playing. If we can take a 3-1 lead going into the interval, that would be huge. Just having that 2-frame buffer coming back out again. Could be a big asset for us to have. Got a bit of work to do though, so we've got to focus on that.
7.
Just try not to make it any harder than it needs to be for us. Just go for the simple shots.
9.
That's an unforced error. Very surprising.
Flipping heck. Oh.
Neil Robertson.
All of those thoughts were going through my mind before I played that, believe me. Is it going to be too hard? Are we not going to be accurate enough? Just slot it in. It'd be so easy to get into that state of just focusing on position and thinking the pot's going to go in whatever the pace.
He's going for the left.
I can't see him mucking this up now. That would have been huge if we could have done that. However, he's just gone for the more safe option of just slotting it in. A bit of work that Judd needs to do to get back on a red. Although I wouldn't say that he's going to be break over after this colour. It might be now, though. It might be now. Can you Adam and Eve it?
7.
This frame just seems to go on and on.
7.
And that potentially could be a bit of a stinker for old Judd.
That's really close.
We've missed it.
Not quite close enough.
Oh, well. That's definitely a Judd Trump frame now. I didn't think we could really play safe there, but rest assured he's not going to muck this up. He's not going to muck this up now.
1. 3.
Just drop this in, and it's the frame, but no. He's just played safe. He has just played safe. Can you Adam and Eve it? And if we can drop this in and give us a real chance. Might be too soft, though. Come on. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. I think it was destined just for us not to win this frame. Clearly destined for us not to win that. Should really have been 3-1 given the chances Judd had given us, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Very scrappy frame to finish off the session.
Judd Trump 6.
I'm going to try and play it.
This could be very tricky to get out of if you play
A shot here. But now we've
foul,
managed to go in off with the greens, so we're going to concede that frame. It was a waste of time carrying on, but would have been a bit of a pant shot anyway, to be quite honest. But we're going to go in at the interval at 2 each. Probably a fair result. But really good stuff so far. We'll just watch the break off for this 5th frame. And make sure we don't have any issues with saving between the frames. But would you believe it? Judd Trump has potted a red.
5.
So we've got no option but to keep watching here.
6. 13.
But that is going to be a safety, and that is where we're going to leave it. It's going to be confusing for me to come back to that. I'm going to think, why on earth have I showed Judd Trump getting 13 points? But there's no way out of that without risking the game not saving. But a very good first session. 2 frames each is about right, but hopefully we can take the impetus and beat Judd Trump in this second one. So it's effectively now the first player to 4, because of course this now turns into a best of 7. But if you've enjoyed that, folks, make sure to leave a like down below, comment your thoughts as well, and subscribe for regular Snooker 19 content. Thank you for your company. I've been TIJ Gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.